Taurus, my gorgeous, my beautiful, my ever so precious, my powerful Taurus. I was really looking forward to say this to you indeed. Do you know something very important is actually going to happen to you this month? Something very significant is going to happen to you this month. And you are about to discover something quite interesting about yourself, quite interesting about your life. And also, even more importantly, a new option, a new opportunity is just going to start shining rather brightly this month. And it's going to open the door and invite you in. Your life after this month is not going to be the same as before. This is a very important moment in time, and you are one of the signs that are going to be affected like there is no tomorrow. This is because you are going through the very special dimension in particular, but this is all to do with your karma. It's all to do with your spiritual journey, and it's all to do with all the things that have happened, like lots of things that have happened in your life. I'm not even talking about like you know, in the last year or in the last couple of years or in the last few years, and no baby, no, I'm actually talking about your whole life. This is why October is going to be so important. In general, when it comes to the actual September, we already start in September like a really important and powerful unfolding which reflect on every single sign of the zodiac, but in a slightly different way. So basically in between September and December is, of course, these 3 months are very significant when it comes to our personal unfoldment, when it comes to our spiritual journey, when it comes to our karma, and when it comes to our next stage of our spiritual journey, our particular spiritual journeys. Certain signs are affected in different ways, of course, but especially when it comes to you, my gorgeous Taurinis, it is October that is going to change absolutely everything. This month, October, I was really looking forward to actually say this to you, because believe me or not, you are about to walk into a completely different dimension. By the time you get to the 27th of October, it's going to be the key. The 27th of October is going to be a very important day, and it's just like going to literally be the beginning and an entrance into the whole new world. When it comes to you, my gorgeous Taurinis, you are going to start feeling different. You're going to start feeling very optimistic. You're going to start feeling like very vavoomish. You're going to start feeling like a beautiful balance of energy. And that beautiful balance of energy is just going to reflect on you in so many different ways. On one hand, you're going to start feeling like, ooh la la, very creativity. On another hand, you're going to have lots of amazing energy, mental and physical energy. And this is going to be absolutely brilliant, because it's going to be fantastic and very optimistic time for you indeed. This is the moment in time that is such an significant, so significant to you, because the 27th of October, it's going to be a very important time for you, because you're about to enter the whole new dimension. But this is just so big. This is huge. This is massive. This is part of the really big picture when it comes to your life in general, when it comes to your whole life, and especially when it comes to those things that you had to deal with, those things that made you feel really sad, those things that made you feel really unhappy, those things that made you feel like a very low, those things that affected you like emotionally. The thing is that this is going to affect you so much, my gorgeous Taurinis in particular. Do you know why? Because you also had lots of heavy karma to deal with. You had, like, I'm not saying that every single one of you had a ridiculously difficult life, but I'm just saying that there was just so much to do. There was so much on your back. There was so much around you. There was so much for you to decide. There were so many issues that you had to go through, but at the same time, emotionally, there were lots of Tauruses. I said this before, it's just so significant. Lots of Tauruses were dealing with certain losses, like a member of the family or some loved ones and things like that, and this has been like a very, very significant cortex of things that were bursting and and like really and being around Tauruses for a really long time. So that's why I'm saying that karmically Tauruses have gone through a lot of things emotionally, physically, and mentally. So this is why it all boils down to October, because in October everything is going to change, because that particular karma that you had to work on, that particular spiritual journey that you had to work on, my gorgeous Taurinis, my beautiful gorgeous people, it's coming to an end on the 27th of October. In particular, this is coming to an end, and you are literally walking through an amazing spiritual door. You're gonna walk over a super powerful spiritual bridge. By the time you cross to the other side, by the time you get to the 28th of October, it is just going to reflect on you so beautifully. It is going to be the beautiful burst of energy that you're going to have. You are going to be full of ideas. I know that the problem is going to be that you're going to be rather indecisive, but there are 4 things that are going to be so important. There's 4 things that you're going to be focusing on, and there are 4 things that you know, you will feel, you will sense, you will absolutely know that these 4 things are going to change. And this is just going to be such an important moment in time, because it's a reflection of everything that actually happened so far. You have gone through a lot. As I said, emotionally this affected you, my lord. You know, some of you had problems. Some of you had difficulties from a long time ago. Long time ago. Some of you, maybe it's all going all the way back to the childhood, like struggling with certain things, or maybe going through something really negative, going through something really nasty, going through something really heavy, and then it's just affected you so a lot. You know, it affected you emotionally, physically, and mentally without you even realizing, but more like most likely quite a lot, like emotionally. So it is going to be a wonderful moment in time, because not only like you will be able to feel the breath, this beautiful breath of a fresh energy, which is just going to reflect on you beautifully. It's an optimism that you are going to have. It's a very strong significance that this day it's also going to have. Because it's also very super spiritual day and very powerful. The bottom line is, once you go through this door, through this spiritual amazing door, once you go to the other side, everything is going to change. It's not going to change straight away on the 28th. Oh my god, everything is different. No baby, no. You are at the beginning of something very important. You are at the beginning of something very significant. You are at the beginning of absolutely very vibrant part of your life, which is just going to start an unfoldment on the actual 28th of October. 27th is actually going to start, but the 28th is going to be the first day. This is such an important moment in time, because you're going to be full of idea. You're going to have a great energy. You're going to have a great power. You're going to have a great radiance. You're going to have a great vavavumish energy. There is a lot going to return into your life. When I say that there is a lot going to return into your life, my gorgeous Taurinis, you just wait this moment, you just wait, and you will see exactly what I mean. Because there is also going to be the very strong connection with the childhood, and very strong connection from a long time ago that you are going to have. And there is something in particular that it's going to return into your life, but it's also going to give you a really life-changing option, life-changing realization, something from the past you're going to bring back, my gorgeous Taurini. And what you're going to do with this is going to become an integral part of your spiritual life, an integral part of your life right now. And it's also going to help you to shine a light on a very like a kind of negative stage of your life, and it's going to help you to bring you an insight with a certain problem and with a certain uncertainty that you are having now. So this is going to come back at the right time. It's going to bounce back in your life at the right time, and it's just going to bring the world of absolute changes. And that is also going to be followed by you feeling really great, you feeling brilliant. Reconnections and connections are going to be also important after this stage, but most importantly, an unfoldment of wonderful events. There is going to be the problem, huge problem as well, that was going on for a while, something to do with the judgment, something to do with the waiting, something to do with like a certain court or something like that, that it's also kind of, it was all about about the timing. Now that is coming to an end. Most certainly that is getting to the very interesting point, and the result is going to be quite good. And that in itself, it's also going to be the part of this beautiful and very important stage that you're about to enter. As I said, this stage, this period is going to be very integral part of everybody's lives. Like when it comes to every single sign, it starts in September, and then it's a very big unfoldment: September, October, November, then December. Now this is going to affect you. Like as I said, you're going to be probably one of the signs that are going to be affected to its peak, probably absolutely the most, how you are actually going to be affected. But you are also going to have an opportunity that is going to change your life. An opportunity is going to become everything, and it's going to be the beginning of something very, very special. It's going to be connected to the certain request. It's going to be connected to the certain challenge after that stage. But this is all to do with a certain proposal, certain proposition, and most certainly very, very important change, very, very important beginning, very, very important start, which is just going to reflect on you in so many different ways. And it's also going to bring you the whole new initiative, because the energy is just going to shift. You will be able to kind of see things crystal clear. And also something very important, it's going to be revealed about your future planning, about your path, and about a certain accomplishment that you were kind of waiting for. So this is also a very important moment in time. And also, on another hand, what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Taurinis, is the fact that this whole month is going to be absolutely mind-blowing when it comes to spirituality, and absolutely mind-blowing when it comes to ghosts and spirits and like a different dimensions. My goodness, it's a very, very strong connection. You also, on another hand, this is what I was going to say, and this is going to be very significant throughout the actual months, that you, my gorgeous Taurinis, you're going to have a very strong connection with somebody that passed away, with a certain relative that passed away, somebody very close to you, or maybe like a really good friend that passed away, or maybe somebody that used to know you like when you were a baby, and then you just don't remember this person. But sometimes the spirits, they have a very strong connection with us regardless. It all depends on our energy and on our spiritual journey. But the bottom line is that there is a certain spirit that will want to come in touch with you. So please watch for the signs, watch what's around you throughout the month, because there is going to be a very, very important message that you are going to have from the spirit world, from somebody that passed away, from somebody that died, and from somebody that knows you, that used to know you. They will have a like absolutely mind-blowing, life-changing message for you, something that is missing in your life. This is going to be burst of energy, beautiful burst of energy, because I can sense and I can feel all the activity that you are going to feel immediately. Something is going to be crystal clear after you receive this message, my gorgeous Taurinis, indeed. So need to watch for the signs. You will know, my babies, you will know. This may be like in the morning, like that you receive it, like you wake up in the morning and there is something on your mind, and then you hear a certain word, you feel certain word, and this is going to be something that you're going to need to pay attention to. Or it's maybe going to be able to be walking like in a daytime, and then you can, like for example, smell something like a roses, or like some kind of soup that this person used to cook when they were alive, or certain perfume, or certain tobacco, or certain unusual smell that reminds you of this particular person so much. This is also one of the ways that they're letting you know that they're around you. Yeah, but at the same time, you just need to make sure like what you feel connected to as well. What are you looking at? What are you saying? What are you thinking about? How can you put this situation and this realization that the spirit is around you? What are they trying to tell you? Automatically, you can just feel attached to the certain word. It all depends. Or you can just be standing and then you can see them with the corner of your eye. You can just see something. You turn around, it's like, hello, where are you? And it's all depends, you see. And then at the same time, also see what you feel connected to, what is around there. When there was like this kind of sign, why do they try to bring your attention? It is just so important, because they are going to kind of give you the certain information, certain word, and that is going to be so brilliant, because it's going to lead towards your own accomplishment. It's going to kind of prove something to you, and most certainly it's going to speed up the certain process, because you will be able to make a change, you will be able to make a decision, you will be able to go for the certain option. But this is going to be some kind of idea, realization, but also it's a lot to do with your own accomplishment and the whole new option that is going to come through forward, which is going to be absolutely brilliant, and most certainly it's going to be so good for you and for your life, and it's going to happen at the right time. As I said, the whole month is going to be really important. The whole month is going to be highly spiritual. Of course, the 31st of October, we have got a Halloween. Some call it Samhain, or it's a Halloween, you see, but it's actually, you know, they say a Samhain, but it's when the veiling between this world and the spirit world is at its thinnest, which means, of course, that there are going to be all sorts of spirits around us, and it's going to be, we're going to be part of like so many different dimensions. We're always part of the few different dimensions. We are part of the multidimensional multi-dimensional universe we are part of course, but it's just that you can feel it and you can sense it on the 31st of October, and it goes in particular a couple of days earlier, and then it goes on the 31st of October, and it goes all the way until the 2nd of November. It's like when this energy is like absolutely mind-blowing and very, very significant and very sharp and very strong. And this is also going to be an important moment in time, because most certainly for you, this is going to be the time of transformation. Very, very significant. I like it, and most certainly things are going to start changing here, and after you get that offer, everything is going to change. Okay, my name is Sasha Bonasin, and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Taurinis, and it's for October 2019. So it's for you, my gorgeous Taurinis, and it's for October 2019. And let me just tell you, do you know what it is? Your number this month is, have a guess. Number 1. I mean, how strong, how powerful, what a strong and very sharp and very beautiful vibration this is, because all this that I said, we have got a number. This is October, so it's number 10. So now we have again number 1 in October, and also at the same time it is just doubling up on number 1, so which means that you are at the entrance of something very special. This is going to be special months for you. This is going to be so good. That the certain problems that are, thank God, gonna go away, this heavy karma is going to finally shift, which is absolutely brilliant. And this is why you will be able to feel this so much, and this is why you're gonna feel so good, because most certainly this month is going to be probably the biggest month of changes. Number one is telling you it's the beginning of something very special. Do you know what? It's just like sometimes we just miss this, we miss our life to be like some kind of adventure. We don't allow ourselves to enjoy our lives. We don't allow ourselves to enjoy our lives in such a way where we see things and we get things and we go through things like an adventure, like we enjoy things. As more we enjoy, the more we raise this vibration and this powerful energy, and then we'll bring so much more excitement and so much more optimism, and so many options become available. So many keys are going to be thrown at us. This is what is going to happen to you this month. So many keys are going to be thrown to you, because purely you will go with this wonderful vibration, with this wonderful energy, and that in itself, it's going to become the beginning of an adventure where you're going to be able to get all this like a kind of vibration back. And it's all about the enthusiasm, initiative, but it's all about the accomplishment and the new school, new job. It's just about something new option, which you will know that it's going to be so advanced, and it's going to be unlimited when it comes to the certain possibilities. But this is all leading towards where you want to lead, and it's a lot to do with the luxurious time in your life, and it's a lot to do with the security and power, and it's a lot to do with you making very important decision, and something that is going to last for a really long time indeed. On another hand, my babies, my bambinis and my bambinas, this is all about the actual suspension, transition, change, and it's all about the actual like a sacrifice, a readjustment, regeneration, and rebirth. There is going to be the little sacrifice that you are going to have. There is going to be like a little bit of like a thinking mode that you're going to have, because you're not going to be too sure, but then you will realize, you know, you need to be wise, you need to be wise, you need to be wise. This is, on another hand, another great month, because when it comes to your wiseness, you will be able to go so much further. You will be able to stretch your mind so much further, because you are most certainly going to have a very enhanced third psychic eye, but the connection with you and the spirit world is going to be at its peak, because it's going to be a Samhain time, when it's the 31st of October and the end of the month, but the whole month, from the beginning of this month, from the first, the vibration is going to be so strong, and as each day we are getting to closer to the 31st of October, the more we're going to be able to feel this like a psychic energy, which is going to affect you really wonderfully, because you're going to make a certain decision, and that decision that you're going to make as well this month is going to kind of go kind of a couple of months longer. Something is going to take 2 months further to actually do, to actually make, to actually achieve, but most likely and most certainly, not most likely, but not but actually most certainly, it is going to be a very wise decision, something very beautiful and very wise you're going to make, some kind of decision that is just going to reflect on you so beautifully later on. And this is, as I said, because it's going to be a very strong connection with your spirit guides. And look at this, unbelievable, fantastic. This is it. This is absolutely great. I don't even know how to explain how important this month is going to be when it comes to you, my gorgeous Taurinis, but you know what, karmically, you absolutely bloody deserve it. You deserve this, because it's all opposite and it's all yin yang of the most painful times that you had in your life. Literally, this is all now getting to the important stage where it's like all about the yin yang, and it's all about getting to the next stage. And it's also, you see, it's a transformation. This month is going to be the biggest month for you ever, and the biggest beautiful month when it comes to your own personal transformation as well. I'm so happy for you, because after this moment, after this point, everything is going to change. Numero uno, just remember, it's number one. Just remember, it's just so important. Number one is the beginning. It's very strong, it's very spiritual, it's very powerful indeed. Okay, when it comes to the actual health, you see, you are just going to need to make sure that you're basically like kind of taking some kind of like a carrot juice as well, organic carrot juice, or if you can eat organic carrots, this is going to help you like with your sensitive eyes. And also, if you can like take like something like omega-3 essential fatty acids, or if you can take that from the fish, it needs to be freshly caught, not like genetically modified and all that nonsense. Or if you don't want to have a fish, which is absolutely fine, you can go for flaxseed oil, which is the plant version of omega-3 essential fatty acids, and this is going to be very good when it comes to your concentration, when it comes to your mood, when it comes to your head in general, but also it's going to help you at the same time with sensitive eyes as well. What else I was going to say to you, my gorgeous Taurinis, that you're going to need to have, it's very important to actually take something like against the bloatedness and like a stomach. So if you can just basically take like something like a organic wheatgrass, okay, from New Zealand. I've recommended this before. It's very important. And unfortunately, the food changed. You know, it's not like good as it used to be. It's not as natural as it used to be, and things like that. And that sadly affects us. So basically, if you can just like make sure that you take every single morning, you take 1 glass of water, you take organic wheatgrass from New Zealand, you take 1 little teaspoon, mix it up, and just drink it on an empty stomach. And this is going to absolutely be fantastic when it comes to your bloatedness, when it comes to your stomach, and when it comes to your digestion in general. But it's also going to rejuvenate you, and it's going to bring you so much goodness. This is so good for you. It's unbelievable. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, then you need to check with your doctor, or you need to check with your GP whether you can take these supplements or not, because only they can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, so now going on the very first day date, my gorgeous Taurinis, that is going to be significant for you, and it's most certainly going to be the 1st of October. The 1st of October is when everything starts for you, and this is a ridiculously important moment in time when it comes to your own clear focus, your own clarity, when it comes to your own purification, because most certainly you're gonna kind of wake up and you're gonna feel like a little bit strange, you're gonna feel like a little bit weird, and it's just going to kind of be the certain domination and the certain conflict that happened not that long ago, the certain disagreement, it's going to kind of like be part of your mind, it's going to kind of playing out, and which means that subconsciously and consciously the universe and the spirit world would want you like to kind of like pay attention to the certain maybe negative situation that happened with somebody else, which is on another hand going to kind of make you think about this particular thing. And this is important because at the same time this is going to help you with your own karma and the spiritual journey. This is such an important moment in time. Something is going to happen and it's going to be like, oh my god, your radiance is going to be so strong, your good radiance is going to be so powerful, and basically this is going to make you think, and something is going to be illuminated at the same time. Something is going to be different because it's October, so it's all bizarre, it's all different, it's all different dimension, remember. And this in itself is going to become an amazing time for you, believe me or not, because it's going to make you think, but because things are going really fast. This is all about the destiny, fortune, and this is most certainly going to become an important moment in time, because on one hand it's going to be all about a certain conclusion and approaching the end of the problem that was connected to this, but then an unexpected event which is going to occur over the period over that day, it's going to also become the turning point, which is going to make you react slightly differently. And the way you're going to react, you're going to stop something, you're going to discontinue something, and that in itself is going to be the best thing to do, because at the same time you're just going to release this negative karma, but at the same time the whole new option is going to become available for you. But most certainly this is going to be quite good for you, for your money, for your finances, and for your financial situation in general. I highly suggest you to get something like this beautiful black tourmaline. Look at this beauty. This is a natural black tourmaline crystal, you see. I highly suggest you to get this. This is going to be highly important months when it comes to your own psychic feelings, when it comes to your own mediumship. You're going to be very, very on top of the world. You're going to be very much open spiritually, but also at the same time you're going to be vulnerable, because there are going to be so many other things around you. And that's why you just need to make sure that you have like a black tourmaline. You have this on your desk wherever you are, or you have it in a living area, you know, on the table, or at work, you know. But it's just something that I highly suggest you, because it's going to help you a lot to kind of like protect yourself from all sorts of negative energy, but at the same time it's going to protect you with the grounding as well. Very, very beautiful crystal. It's probably the most powerful crystal to protect yourself against all sorts of negative energy. I highly suggest you to get this, and also if you would like to buy this, you can get this from my channel. The link is in the description below, and by buying things from my channel you're also supporting my channel as well, of course. Okay, so something I highly suggest you to get. The second important date, of course, my gorgeous Taurinis, the second important date, it's of course going to be on the 11th of October. I'm excited about 11 because 11 especially signifies as a very, very angel situation, very much so like a guardian angel situation. It's going to happen on this day. My Lord, my Lord, my Lord, and you will have your sign, you will have your indication, you will have your option that is just going to kind of make you sure that something is okay. The part of your life that you were like, oh God, I'm scared, nothing is happening, oh God, oh God, oh God, you know, no baby, no, you know, you're going to have like a temperance, you know, it's going to be like, it's going to be fine, just a little bit longer, patience, but most certainly it's going to, the beautiful harmony is going to come through. And also at the same time, it's all about the certain management, certain adjustment, certain readjustment. There is going to be a little bit of energy through somebody very beautiful who is going to inspire you even further and make you enthusiastic. But on another hand, this is all going to be about a certain energy and certain adjustment that you're going to need to make. But at the same time, you will have an omen that you are going to have on this day, on the 11th of October. And an omen is going to come as a bird. Something is going to have a wings. I suppose it could be a little bat as well, you know. It is going to have a wings, you know, your omen, and it's going to happen in such a wonderful way. And it's also kind of going to confirm something to you. And this is why this is going to be an important moment in time, because it's going to be about the confirmation that you're going to have realization, and you will know that you're on the right path, and you will know that you're on the right journey indeed. Shortly after that, there is a certain departure going to become very significant. Certain journey is going to become very significant, but at the same time, there is going to be advancement into the unknown. So this stage and this area is going to kind of become very strong when it comes to you going on this next certain stage, certain dimension, but you're going to be uncertain. But then you see, this is going to be the sacred energy that is going to give you that vavavumish power, you see. And if that happened like only like a few months ago, you'll be like, oh my Lord, no. So that's why this is so good. Probably the most spiritual day, the most strong day, the most powerful days for you are going to be on the 31st of October, of course, but also the 11th. 11th is going to be very strong, because this is also the same time going to trigger even more connection and reconnection with the spirit guides, with the spirit world, my Lord, because this, my goodness, is going to be followed by the little baby hermit mode, little mini baby hermit mode. I say because it's not going to be too heavy, or it's not going to be too long. It's just only going to last for like about a few hours, you know. By the end of that day, on the 11th of October, it could even happen on the 12th of October, the energy is still going to be as relevant indeed. But this is going to be followed by the very important hermit moment, which is going to make you even stronger connection with your guardian angels, with your spirit guides, with your subconscious mind. Is going to go very much further indeed, and that is going to make you decide, make a certain decision. And it's so much to do with a certain, like something wise, a wise decision you're going to make. And this wise decision is also going to be very interesting when it comes to the certain investment. 11th of October, it's also good for things like that, like negotiations, investments, and things like that in general. Okay, by the time we get to the 30th of October, I think it's rather important as well. You see this dry sage, please try to do this at some point in October as well. So important. You're going to be super spiritual. You're going to be super powerful, super strong. But then again, at the same time, you know, that always takes something else from you. You see, it's always about that balance. So that's why I would like you to, if you can just cleanse your home at some point, you know, close all the windows, just take like a little light. I have a little source underneath, because it's very like messy. Close all the windows, go into every single corner in the house, and then at the end just open the windows, and then when all this smoke goes, the negative energy goes at the same time, but also will cleanse yourself, and it's going to help you quite a lot at the same time. This dry sage is something that has been used for many years, and if you would like to buy this, you can also get this from my channel. The link is in the description below, and or obviously by buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. The 30th of October, my gorgeous Taurinis, it's actually going to bring you an amazing transformation, and you will feel lots of energy here, and it's going to come out of the blue, and you will want to change things, and this is absolutely beautiful moment in time. So if you want to change things, swap things around, do it, because it's going to be very good for your energy and very good for your balance. But what is even more important, on the 30th of October, it is about the good news. There is a good news that you're going to hear. This is going to be the beginning of some kind of gain, but it's going to be on an advanced level. So well done to you, Taurini. Something that you expected, but it's going to be even better. And also it's to do with like a promotion, recognition of certain abilities. And also you're going to like it. And that in itself is going to be an important moment in time, because if that didn't happen, you wouldn't have a resolution to the certain problem. The 30th of October is also going to bring you a resolution of a problem and it's going to come through conclusion, which is absolutely brilliant. It's going to bring you solace, healing, satisfaction, result, fulfillment, and it's all about the compromise. And certain friendship is going to be very significant, and the whole new inspiration is going to come through. The whole new inspiration is going to come forward. It's such an amazing month, not only like when it comes to like success, but when it comes to relationships and the family and the people who mean to us, it's just all like, wow, ooh la la, it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant, Taurinis. So now basically going on the very first week of October 2019, it is all starting really in such a wonderful way, and it's so much to do with an unfoldment, and an unfoldment that is just going to have an absolutely amazing grounding effect on you. new. What is going to happen, it's actually a lot to do with you being very, very indecisive. You're going to have lots of energy when it comes to your way of thinking, when it comes to the power of your mind. There's going to be lots of ideas that you're going to have, and there is going to be an indecisive situation, but at the same time, this is going to become a new initiative. This is all about the future planning, some kind of enterprise, your security and power. And this is going to be a really, really big moment in time, because you will know this is the beginning of transformation, but it's also going to be to do with your own success. You see this magician, it's fantastic, absolutely perfect. It's realizing something very important about your life, about your skill. Not only you're going to have a really good news about something that you were working on really hard for, but also at the same time, the certain skill is going to become very much so, it's going to be calling you to use the certain skill. The certain skill is going to become very important and integral part of your life here. Something that you should be doing, something that you're not doing, and something that you're about to discover or rediscover about yourself, but it's going to play an important part in your immediate future, because this is something that you're meant to be doing, especially now when your new spiritual journey is actually going to start. This is going to bring a certain turning point, which is going to be absolutely mind-blowing, and you will make a certain decision, which is going to be like, oh no, I'm not too sure. But then again, this is brilliant because it's a lot to do with your practicality and security. So that's why you will know that as soon as you make that decision, swift change is going to be like, hello, my darling, and that swift change is going to lead towards a success. By the time you get to the mid part of October, you will have a very, very big reason for celebration. You will want to gather people in your life. You will want to meet up with people in your life who means to you a lot, and you will want to celebrate. So much inspiration, so much success, and so much power, because it's certain honor. You will achieve something that you wanted to achieve. Someone is going to praise you up, and that is going to be a fantastic certain honor that you are going to have. And it's all about the future planning, because now the new option is going to become available for you financially, and when it comes to your security, it's just going to be like, ooh la la, absolutely brilliant. And also, I like it. You will have a vision, you will have a little psychic vision, very strong connection, perfect energy with the grounding and everything else. It's going to allow you to have a special vision when it comes to your future, and that vision, it's not going to be about like, oh, what you're going to do, but you will realize how far you have come. You will be able to get that balance and see your life from a slightly different angle, which is just going to make you realize, my Lord, what you need to preserve, but also at the same time, it's all about your victory and mental clarity and beautiful healing. Some kind of forgiveness, it's also going to make sense here, because somebody is going to return kind of in your mind, and you're going to be angry with someone, and you will decide to forgive them. This is not really surprising me, because you are going through the very important cortex of energy, which is just going to affect you in this way. You will grow in so many different ways. So you will forgive to someone, and that immediately, it's going to bring you wonderful healing. And it's also going to end something certain stage, and that in itself is just going to bring you an overwhelming emotion. Absolutely fantastic indeed. Okay, the third important date, my gorgeous Taurinis, it's actually going to be the last part of October. Oh, the last part of October, it's just going to be very enlightening time for you. The time of realization, the time of new opportunities, the time of advancement, the time of feeling really good, the time of feeling on top of the world. You will be tested, but you will be tested. Your stamina, your power is going to be tested, and something is telling me that you're going to be put on the certain spot. So you will be watched by other people, but in a good way, in a fantastic way, in a brilliant way. Not like, oh my God, they're staring at me. No, baby, no. People will notice you easily. So use this to the best of your abilities, especially at the end of October. People will notice you easily, because you will be able to project this energy so much further. But it's going to be so good, because you will be able to affect its balance by yourself. So that's why, just do things around people where you want to be noticed, because most certainly you're going to be noticed here. But the bottom line is that you're going to have a certain challenge, and you're going to do so well. Unbelievable. unbelievable, unbelievable, unbelievable. You just need to remember to be assertive, be compassionate, okay? And it's also the new balance is going to come through, and the balance that is going to come through there, it's going to reveal a couple of options, and couple of options that are going to be revealed, you will need to discuss with some other people in your life. I can see that you will be talking about something very important in the end of October when it comes to you, and when it comes to your success, when it comes to you doing something differently, you're achieving something, you're doing something, you're going on the next stage, but you will need to discuss this with the people around you, people in your life, which is going to be absolutely brilliant and very, very good moment in time. And as I said, there is a very significant challenge that you're going to have, but you are most certainly going to do so well. You're most certainly going to do you so brilliant, because it's going to, at the same time, this is going to become your own rebirth, but also it is going to bring you a wonderful, fantastic, brilliant, and very big and significant sense of achievement, but even more financial opportunity at the end of October. It's not only going to change everything, but it's just going to give you food for thoughts, but it's also at the same time going to become a fantastic moment of unfoldment, optimism, and all this beautiful, beautiful inspiration and vibration that it's actually going to bring, which is going to reflect on you so, so, so nicely indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Taurinis, I'm just going to shuffle the cards now. And I'm going to connect to those of you that are actually single, and no, for those of you that are actually in relationship. Oh, for those of you that are actually in relationship, you see, this is like a really a very important moment in time. Your partner is actually going to be tested, and your partner is going to make some kind of decision, and all this decision was already made. Your partner was very smart, your partner was very clever, your partner was very sharp. Sharp is the word I would like to use, because your partner had a perfect balance. So it was like lots of people will find themselves like a little really uncertain in this situation, and that it will confuse people when you make a certain choice. But your partner was very smart and very clever. They made a really great choice, which just left you with a really an amazing option. And now it is such a good moment in time when it comes to you, your partner, having a great determination, initiative, and strength. There is something very important going to happen here, and you will want to kind of celebrate your love, celebrate your deep feelings. Something very important is going to happen to you both, and it's going to realize how much you actually love, or how much you actually like each other, and this is going to bring you closer even together. Absolutely brilliant. But on another hand, there is some kind of very important and significant initiative that you're both going to start working on after this moment in time indeed. Okay, so now shuffling these cards and basically focusing on those people, on those of you that are actually single and ready to mingle. It's an absolutely remarkable time. You see, this is upside down, but this doesn't really matter. You know, it's absolutely remarkable time. Ace of Pentacles, absolutely remarkable time when it comes to the actual, a meeting with people. Like having a great time. There is something that is going to happen, at around the time when you least expected. When you're going to be out, for example, you're going to be meeting people, you're going to be socializing, but something is still going to happen when you least expected. And this is going to be an important moment in time, because probably you will be focusing on meeting someone, but you're going to kind of meet the wrong person. But that's going to be so good for you, because that particular wrong person that you're going to meet is going to be kind of like a deeply responsible for you meeting somebody else. But before that happens, there is a certain advice that you're going to get. This is a very complex, and this is a very significant, and this is a very big picture of this emotional stage or emotional level that you will go through this month. So basically you will meet lots of people, you will have a great time. It's fantastic, like when it comes to it's fantastic when it comes to like relationships in general, and flirting and radiance and building confidence and self-esteem and all these things. Absolutely brilliant. But it's just also very relevant this month and very important for you to go over the certain stage, and also go through some kind of little test, which means that you're going to come across a certain person, you're going to think, oh, they're like ooh la la, but then something is going to happen and you're going to realize that it's not the right person. And then there's a certain certain advice that you're going to get from somebody really important and very significant in your life, and that particular person, that particular advice, it's also going to become something very significant. Something is going to start unfolding here, and it is most certainly going to have direct connection with a certain person that is about to walk into your life. But this is just part of the picture, and this is just a small part of the picture, but it's very deep, it's very complex, but most certainly someone very, very special is going to walk into your life, and that person wouldn't walk into your life if this situation didn't happen in the first place. Okay, my gorgeous Taurinis, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love you all to bits, every single one of you, every single one of you. I'm sending you healing, brightest blessings, lots of love and light. Okay, my gorgeous people, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Okay. Love you, Taurinis. Bye.